小小咪，又到我们的故事时间了 ！Jingle bell, jingle bell， 我们要继续讲圣诞节的故事。今天是讲谁的故事啊
？Little Red。
小红帽是不是？它叫小红帽。然后呢，是什么季节的故事？这是什么季节？什么节庆？
那个圣诞节。
对啊 ，Christmas Story， 所以是跟圣诞节有关的故事。Little Red's Christmas Story 这本书你是不是很喜欢啊？不是，但它也叫 Little Red， 这是他居住的村庄。The Village， 然后什么 Sansam's Meadow， Buttercup Cottage， Lily Pad Pond，Purday's Pasture， Four-leaf Clover Field，Hardwick House， Christmas Tree Wood， 还有 River Noodle， 他们每个人名字都好可爱哦。这就是小红她住的地方。很有圣诞气氛耶，这本书，你是不是很喜欢呢？记得你叫我们读过好多次哦。Little Red's Christmas Story. It was Christmas Eve at Buttercup Cottage. The house was covered with snow and long, squiggly icicles dangled from the roof. Little Red and her friends were ready to set off for Christmas tree wood.Where their favorite little fir tree grew. Oh, let's get a wiggle on, said Little Red. It's time to go, and we have got lots of presents to deliver along the way. Singing carols, the merry gang crunched through the snow while snowflakes bustled all around. 我们一起整装出发了，要去送礼物了，对不对？圣诞节就是要这样子，很欢乐的感觉，然后很温馨的感觉。They stopped at Purday's pasture to give the mouse family some sugary cinnamon sticks. Then they headed for Sansam's meadow. Little Red had made some delicious trickled shortbread.For the robins who live there. 所以你刚刚看到那个地图，对不对？你就可以按照刚刚讲的地图，他现在是先到这个 pasture， 所以他就从这边出发，从他家出发，然后到这里，然后又到这里，就一路是这样走的。可以回去看一下地图。And their last stop was to call on the badgers in Four-leaf Clover Field. I made this acorn necklace for you, Mrs. Badger, said Little Red proudly.And here's some of your favorite walnut fudge, Mr. Badger. She held out a beautiful wrapped bundle. Thank you, said Mr. Badger. Now, where are we off to next? Where are you off to next? We're going to find our tree. Eep! Yelled Little Blue with glee.The four friends arrived at the edge of Christmas tree wood. Eep-a-doo-da-don, cried Little Blue, hopping from foot to foot and getting tangled in his scalp. He had just started to build an enormous snowman when Ronnie gave a cough. Ahem, she snorted as carrots.Spluttered from her mouth. I hate to break up the seasonal stillness, but what's that light coming from behind the trees? Oh, whatever can it be? Wondered Little Blue. I think I know who it could be, laughed Little Red, merely as she skipped through the wood.There, in the clearing, stood Santa Claus with his sleigh and his 8 reindeer. How lovely to see you, said Little Red. By jingle, by jolly, by Jove, chortled Santa Claus. If it's not my dear friend Little Red. Little Blue, Ronnie, and Gino all looked on in amazement.They had no idea that Little Red was one of Santa Claus's friends. 你知道这件事吗？他是圣诞老公公的好朋友哎。
他们两个都是红色。
都是红色。I'm in a bit of a dizzy, my dear. Teasy, my dear," explained Santa. "Poor Percy has a bad cold, and he just can't go on any longer. I'll never be able to get all those presents delivered with only 7 reindeer." "I have an idea," said Little Red, looking gingerly at Ronnie. 他打什么主意啊？"Oh no," said Ronnie, flicking her man defiantly. "I'm sorry, but I can't fly and I won't fly." As quick as flash, Little Red grabbed her sack of smiles, and before Ronnie could say jingle bells, she sprinkled magic flying dust all over the stubborn pony hooves. "Now you'll be able to fly," announced Little Red triumphantly. "We will see about that," said a rather huffy Ronnie. "But even if you are right, I expect an enormous bunch of carrots and a mountain of sugar lumps." "Your problem solved, Santa Claus," Little Red giggled as she kissed Ronnie's velvety nose. "I know I can count on you," she whispered. "Ho, ho, ho," laughed Santa Claus, "but time's running out and I'm still going to need some extra help. Could you come too, Little Red?" "I think so," she answered. Then she turned to Little Blue. "I know that Percy will be safe in your care, and Bear too," said Little Red as she handed her beloved Teddy to her friend. "He doesn't like heights, you see." Little Red clambered up to take her place next to Santa Claus on the sleigh. "I promise to bring you back a present, Little Blue," she called. "Eyes forward!" whooped Santa Claus to Reindeer and Ronnie as the sleigh whizzed off into the night air. As Ronnie's hooves left the ground, the carrots she was chewing dropped from her open mouth. "Christmas crackers!" she gasped. "I'm flying!" 她变飞马了。A very downcast Little Blue with a snuffly Percy and a grumpy Gino waved a sad goodbye to Little Red. How Little Blue would have loved to fly on Santa's sleigh. "I suppose we'd better go home," he sighed. "Gino, can you dig up our favorite tree to take back to Buttercup Cottage?" Gino threw Little Blue a disgruntled look as he dug the little tree out of the ground. Little Blue loaded it on the sled. Popping Bear on the top, he struggled to lift Percy with one hand and pulled the sled with the other as they headed for home. 好辛苦哦，他们在暴风雪中前进。"Whoopee, woomsy, whirling walnuts!" shrieked Little Red as the sled hurtled through the sky. But then a worry frown appeared on her forehead. "I do hope that Percy's feeling better, that Bear's all right, and that Little Blue Man remembers to hug them both," she said. There, don't despair. Your Bear's in good care," said Santa Claus as they flew over the snowy rooftops. It was late when Little Blue, Gino, and Percy trudged up the path to Buttercup Cottage. They were all tired, cold, and utterly fed up. "Little Red has all the fun. I bet she forgets my presents," muttered Little Blue as he dragged the fir tree through the front door. Curled up cozily in the armchair was Purdy. She bustled around, settling Percy by the fire and wrapping him in a blanket. Then She brought him a hot water bottle and carefully placed his hoops into a bucket of heated honeysuckle water. Suddenly, Little Blue's hair stood on end. Dinkly, dinkly disasters and dog-eared doughnuts, he cried. Where's Bear? Little Blue ran round and round in circles, getting more and more tangled in his scarf. He must have fallen off the sled. Little Red will never forgive me, he shrieked. I've got to find him, and with that, Little Blue tore out of the cottage. 然后赶快回去找那只熊，对不对？ He stumbled in the direction of Christmas Tree Wood with tears streaming down his face. I'm a hopeless friend, he whimpered. I'm not just Little Blue, I'm very blue. But just as he turned the corner into Sansom's meadow, he met Mrs. Badger trundling her wheelbarrow full of little badgers. Through his tears, Little Blue noticed a small paw waving from the wheelbarrow. It wasn't a badger paw, it was Bear's paw. 找到这么快 Ho, 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 Mrs. Oh, Mrs. Badger, you have found Bear, he cried, hugging and squeezing her with all his might. Yes, dear, said Mrs. Badger. I found him half buried in the snow outside our house and recognized him straight away. I know how fond Little Red is of her bear, so I thought I should return him. Quick, sticks. 还好有人捡到了，对不对？Christmas pudding-tastic, laughed Little Blue, and he wrapped Bear very carefully in his scarf. Then he told Mrs. Badger all about Little Red's adventure. Why don't you come back to Buttercup Cottage with me? You could help me decorate the tree. I'm all behind like Ronnie's tail, and we must finish before Little Red and Ronnie get back. So, with Mrs. Badger and all the baby badgers, and with Bear tucked inside his scarf, Little Blue rushed back to Buttercup Cottage. Everyone helped to decorate the Christmas tree and the cottage, and even Percy's antlers. As they worked, they slurped marshmallow cocoa and crunched on crusty custard Christmas crumpets. Suddenly, Gino began barking excitedly and ran to the window. Someone must be outside, said Little Blue as he undid the latch and opened the door, just as Little Red walked down the path, laden with presents. Ronnie was smirking smugly from ear to ear. Little Red hugged and kissed each of her friends in turn. Then everyone looked to the sky and waved to Santa as his sleigh flew up into the stars. Thank you for a wonderful adventure. Oh, sorry, 这是谁讲的？这是 Little Red 讲。Thank you for a wonderful adventure, Santa Claus. We will send Percy back to you when he's quite better, called Little Red. Come inside, Little Red. You must be frozen, feels Mrs. Badger. Yes, do hurry, Little Red, said Little Blue, as he eagerly eyed the pile of presents. Everyone followed him into Buttercup Cottage as he pulled Little Red by the sleeve. How Christmassy everything looks! The tree is just beautiful, gasped Little Red, hugging Bear close to her heart. Little Blue, she said, handing him a very odd-shaped parcel. This is for you. Thank you so much for looking after Percy and Bear. What a true friend you are. Oh, a horn! Cried Little Blue. Fantabuloso! Toot-toot! It's just the thing to make my tricycle go faster. Ahem! Sniffed Ronnie. And what about my present? Oh, Ronnie, you have been the biggest star in the universe, said Little Red. That's why Santa Claus wanted you to have this as an extra special treat. Ronnie's eyes sparkled as Little Red placed a bucket full of crunchy, candy-coated Christmas carrots in front of her. It was a piece of Christmas carrot cake, Ronnie chuckled. Little Red raised her cup of marshmallow cocoa. Hooray for Little Blue and hooray for Ronnie, she laughed proudly. Hip hip hooray! We have all saved Christmas Day, everyone cheered. Merry Christmas! 后面有这个地图，对不对？所以他们是住在 Buttercup Cottage， 然后我们就是沿路去送礼，对，遇到圣诞老公公。好啦，讲完这本 Little Red's Christmas Story， 我们家还有另外一本 Little Red， 你还记得吗？对不对？好 ，The end。